From the Woodshed, a candid conversation with Chase Morrill and Ryan Eldridge from Kennebec Cabin Company, home of the Maine Cabin Masters. Brought to you by Nelma, safeguarding our lumber resources since 1933. See the stamp, trust the quality. Now, from the Woodshed studio at KCC headquarters in Manchester, Maine, it's Chase and Ryan.
All right, from the Woodshed, we are here today on a hot Memorial Day weekend Friday.
We went from winter to summer.
Yeah.
And then back to spring tomorrow.
So here with me, as always, is Ryan Eldridge and
Hey, guys.
My daughter, Maggie Morrill.
Hi.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
You got any big plans this weekend?
No.
You're working in the store with me tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing with all this money you're making?
I don't know. Nothing.
Banking it?
She goes on Amazon, just buys whatever she wants.
Yeah, we could get you a really good work truck with all this money you're making.
So, yeah, from the Woodshed, here to talk about all things cabin related. You can find us on YouTube, Maine Kennebec Cabin Company. And we want to thank our sponsors, Nelma and Hero Media Arts.
Yeah, thank you guys. And the numbers are going crazy. There's so much response. Like, the whole Coronavation's helping us. People have free time. We really timed it perfectly, not thinking, but, you know, now's the time.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's staying safe, but enjoying this beautiful weather. Hopefully it's nice across the country.
Yeah.
I know times are really tough, but sun helps.
It makes everything better. Even the music sounds better.
Yeah.
The colors are better. It's just...
Yeah, I'm already working on my farmer's tan.
Let's compare farmers' tans. Maggie? Yeah, man, it's good. It's a good week. You know, we're doing a side project as Brad. What was Brad calling it? Oh, he had something funny. Justin, pre-round or warm-up round. Warm-up cabin.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing a good job, and like we got Brad trained already, and Justin. You know, they were just doing cabin master stuff. You know, saving money. They wanted the inside of this kitchen all ripped out. It's tons of beadboard. So did we throw it away?
No.
No, we used it to sheathe the outside. You know, it's just awesome. And then not even had to tell them. You know, very impressed. So even the young guys are learning. We got some new guys coming on, and we got everyone else itching to come back.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of Eastern White Pine siding. You know, just use it once it's done siding. Put it for sheathing. You know, use it wherever you need to, as long as you can carefully take it up.
Right. Yeah, it's durable and it lasts forever.
Yeah, Jay Schmidt and I were working on Bob and Linda McKee's barn windows today.
Oh, was it hot up there or what?
Yeah, we had 4 flights of staging, and we're up there. And, I mean, these windows, old barn windows, they're just so brittle. But we just, actually I used old windows to replace them. Bob didn't really care. You just want it closed in. You're not ever going to open them because they're, so high up in the air. I had old windows that we had pulled out of Sarah's aunt and uncle's place when we tore that down.
In Freeport?
Yeah, probably when Maggie was 2 years old. We have pictures of her in a little Patagonia fleece.
Oh, little Maggie.
So annoying.
Was she as cute then as she is now?
Cuter.
That is nice. Did she roll her eyes as much back then?
Little did we know.
Is there anything warmer than a barn in Maine this time of year? And you go up there, it's like so stale and dry and hot.
I mean, just felt the air just blasting out of you. Wasps and hornets circling us.
And it has that smell.
Oh. But we got the windows done, and I think I'd promised Bob those years ago. And when we were actually doing the Pearson camp directly across the street, he'd come down. He's like, I'm just going to park the bulldozer right here, so you have to get those windows done.
Put the dozer there until you come up.
I promised him we'd get him done. We got him done. It was a perfect day for it. So
Another cabin master saying,
yeah,
better late than never.
On to the next project.
Yeah, fun guest today.
Yeah, we've got Jedi with us.
Exciting.
Fans have been asking for Jedi, so finally get him in here. He's been working a lot. We'll see what he's been up to.
It's probably the longest we haven't seen Jedi in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's been doing his own thing, helping out at the farm.
Everybody's trying to, respect everybody, keep their distance, but there's a lot of stuff happening at headquarters. The retail store has been open.
Doing really well. Thanks again, everybody.
Yep. The food truck is finally in place.
KG's Curbside Grill is out there right now.
Yeah.
Things are coming together.
He's hot. I was like, how's it going in there? He's like, we got to figure something out.
He needs shade. I just cut down all the trees on it.
But it's good taste of what to come. Good food, good weather.
And there's more to come, but we can't tell you right now.
Yeah, but there's excavation equipment here. Moving dirt around, getting ready.
And we kind of timed it perfectly because the inside's pretty close to where we want it. And now that the store's picking up,
yeah,
So yeah, it's hard to do work and take a selfie here, and people going by taking pictures on the, so you kind of smile and wave. And,
Whenever the horn honks,
yeah,
hand goes up.
That's not for you.
It doesn't matter. You gotta wave.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, today was, I think, the first day I hadn't been at HQ in a while.
Yeah, you've been here a lot.
Yeah.
I went by about 8 times. It really is centrally located to all of us.
Yeah.
It's a crossroads of our lives, really. But if you go by Home Depot, Hammond, your house, my house, Jedi's, it's a good spot.
It's a great spot.
It's good to be home.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and listening. So we have a few fan questions ready to answer.
We do. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. First question. These questions are from the email or the website or YouTube or Facebook, wherever.
So you're pulling them from everywhere now.
Yes.
So you're
Great.
searching all our social media areas and pulling them off.
Hmm.
You're working nonstop.
Sure. Okay. The first question is from Jane. Why are Maine cabins called camps?
Ooh.
I've just always grown up calling it camp.
I mean, in theory and reality, it should have been Maine Camp Masters if you went by the way what we all grew up calling them. But it's not the way that's the way it is.
It's up to camp.
Up to camp. Yeah.
Up to camp. And camp can be a tent platform, can be dragging an RV or a pop-up to your favorite campground.
I wonder. Well, here's a question for our viewers and listeners: is that only a Maine thing, or is that a thing throughout the country?
Yeah.
Are they cabins or camps?
We get it all the time, like from other parts of the country where, if we say camp, it means going to like a real summer camp.
Right.
But yeah,
That's probably why.
Maybe we have summer camps, but there's cabins, there's cottages.
We're not going cabining this weekend. Hey, man, you want to go canoeing cabining this weekend? But I mean, Maine has, I think, the most summer camps in the country. Did I make that up, or it has one of the highest concentrations?
It's got a lot of them.
And that could be why.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
All right. Question from Brett. How long does it take to film one season?
Depends on the season.
Depends on how many episodes we're doing.
Yeah.
But last season, typically, if everything's going well, the weather cooperates, this year is atypical. We try to get started April and usually try and wrap up before Christmas.
Out of the 4 seasons, the 2 we did like that were the easiest on all of us.
Yes. Last season, we agreed to do 20 episodes. So we took on 4 extra projects that took us through the winter, which, they were
was
bigger
tough.
projects. The season final episode is airing this coming Monday.
Wow, this Monday, 20 episodes in a row. That's 5 months.
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot.
And yeah, typically we'd be cranking right now on cabins. So.
Well, and the other thing is we changed the format. The first year took us so hard to get 10 camps. And then season 2, we filmed all the arrivals, and we learned quickly that wasn't the way to do.
Yeah.
Remember, was it 6 or 8 arrivals or 9?
It was. I don't remember.
Yeah, we thought it was a smart idea at the time. But we'll have to do all the arrivals, and the camps are ready. Well, we didn't get to some of the camps for 4 months or 5 months.
Right. We went. Yeah. We filmed the arrivals, went and did demo, so they had to sit vacant.
We pretty much screwed the homeowners.
Yeah.
On those copies.
Well, in some of them, they weren't using them.
Oh yeah, but I mean, luckily they came out awesome. It was worth the wait. But
Yes.
about halfway through, we're like, that was not a good play.
Yep. And we do them in groups of 3 or 4. And again, we try and group them together. So
Clusters
6 to 8 weeks is typically what we.
on each camp in labor, but the round's usually 10. Because there's overlap.
Yep. So yes, our goal is always to get done by Thanksgiving. Realistically, Christmas.
Usually February.
Yeah,
Usually Valentine's
worst case
Day.
scenario, February.
So yeah,
Okay.
good to have goals.
All right. Question from Matt. What is the best way to vent a cabin with vaulted ceilings without using a power vent?
Ridge vent and Gable
Gable.
end vents
Yeah.
are extremely helpful because you have to imagine you have all your windows open downstairs, but that hot air which rises has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So if you can make sure that, if you have an asphalt roof, it's easy to put in a ridge vent. Metal roofs, a little tougher. It can be done.
And it depends on how it's insulated too. Like if it's just a frame is finished, definitely ridge vent's the way to go, and pop in a couple gable ends and put a fan up there to get the draft going.
Yep. Make sure your fan is pulling the air up, and they do make louvered, gabled end vents with screens, so you can throw them in. You don't have to worry about insects getting in, or even ones that you can automatically open and close, depending on the temperature. So ridge vent, gabled vents is probably your best bet.
Cool.
You'll remember that.
Right. Question from Lindsay. How can we come to headquarters when you guys will be there?
Ooh. Luck of the draw. We're going to start posting events, hopefully, when things lighten up. We were just talking about that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, once we know more what the state guidelines are, because, we've got some other projects going on here that we're trying to get open. We want to do events. We want to do events safely. If you come right now, you're pretty much guaranteed to find one of us.
Yeah, and you're going to see Ashley. She's going to work in the shop a lot.
Yep.
But like I was just saying, it is in the crossroads. We drive by here every day. So.
Yes.
But we will announce times, I think, online at some point.
Maybe we'll get to a point where we can say, okay, Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll all try and pick a time to stop by, make sure that we are around, because we want to make sure, we get to visit with the fans and all that.
I don't know what happened. Anyways. But
tighten your...
this one?
Yes. Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, as we get settled in more, too, we'll probably have Taco Tuesdays or Monday night marathons or stuff
true.
like that.
With the food truck here, we'll probably be here more than not.
I mean, if there was beer here, we'd probably never leave.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Question from Jill. What is the best saw to purchase for at-home DIY?
Ooh. I mean, I would just purchase a combo kit. If you're an at-home DIYer, then maybe we can get into DeWalt versus Makita versus...
But I mean, package, if you have an impact driver, a jigsaw, not a impact driver, a sawzall,
a regular drill with a clutch,
and a circular saw, you can pretty much tackle any project.
Throwing a multi-tool in your styling.
That's true.
The multi-tool's got to be added.
Yeah, that's more for...
But, yeah, it's more fine
stuff.
I mean, there's all kinds of... We just purchased a 16-inch skill saw, and we love it. I mean, cutting beams and stuff. We have a 10-inch. We all love Chase's left-handed one because it works, sight lines. Worm drives.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, I always say I could build a house or a cabin with a skill saw, a hammer, and a sawzall. No, a drill, a skill saw.
I'm gonna take you to that challenge someday.
No.
But and if you go and buy brands, we use DeWalt these days, and DeWalt's been tough, and we beat the crap out of stuff. Yep. Stuff gets left out in the rain. Stuff gets left in the back of truck, and they have a good program, good returns, and
definitely an impact.
Definitely. Oh, he's gonna get back on that. I mean,
I'll put a nice list together.
100 years ago, you could have done that with just a hatchet.
100 years ago, that old carpenter's toolbox down cellar had everything you need.
True.
But they also had flathead screwdrivers, which
ugh.
no more.
We'd have been a lot tougher back then.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll post on some platform a list, my ideal list.
Chase's toolbox.
Yep. Maybe we should all do that. We'll all put together what would be in our toolbox. That would be interesting to see.
I like it.
Okay. We'll work on that.
All right.
It'd be interesting to see what would be in Ashley's toolbox.
Bitches and Gus.
All right, next question. Sorry.
Okay.
Eye covers, hammock.
All right.
I'll stop.
Thank you. Question from Steven. I have a typical A-frame sitting on pads. I'm trying to figure out if I can spray foam under the camp. The floor gets cold, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to make it warmer.
That would be a great way to do it.
If you can crawl under there.
Yep.
And I know a couple of spray foamers that can crawl pretty much under anything.
Yeah.
Jay Cook is our go-to man for that.
Yeah, they've gone into some pretty hairy spots.
I mean, has he been pulled out by his ankles before?
Yep. And who's his? Nemo?
Nemo, yeah.
Yep.
Those guys are hard workers, but they're not afraid of anything. And then we used Gray Ghost a couple times this summer. Those guys are fast and efficient and really good.
But yes, if you can get in there and get spray foam up under there, I think 18 to 24 inches is what you need. Even if you have to lift it up a little bit,
Yeah.
it's well worth it.
You can always set it back down.
Or if you can't get underneath, if you can seal the perimeter, stop drafts, that's going to help keep it at a more constant 55 degrees.
I mean, any spray foam on an old camp's going to help it. Structurally,
Yep.
insulation,
Great.
looks.
Awesome.
Just kidding.
Okay.
One word answers.
She's not even listening to us. She's just waiting for our pause.
Yeah. All right. Next question is from David. If you had to leave Maine, what state would you move to?
That's a fun question.
Do we have to go to another state or can we go to another country?
He said state.
I
said
would say
state.
state.
Well, and Michael, where have you lived?
I've lived in Alaska. I've lived in Colorado.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I was Colorado, Wyoming.
Yeah.
We got the mountain states covered.
I feel like those are the most similar states to Maine, are they not?
They are. We've got a lot of family in Washington State.
Yeah. Washington State was beautiful when we were out there.
We went to a family wedding in Seattle.
Every corner you went around.
Yeah, the entire city you ran into a family.
Moral. There's morals on every corner.
It was probably the most fun trip.
That was fun. That's the most morals the city town
Yeah.
of Seattle's ever had. I'd move into Ida's house she's building.
I would too. Yeah, our aunt is building a beautiful lake house on Lake Chelan, and it's gorgeous.
It's
I
beautiful.
mean, the lake
yeah.
is beautiful. It's crystal clear, but this place they're building is awesome. I've always wanted to live in Louisiana.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I will not be moving with you. No offense
On the
to anyone
bayou.
who lives in Louisiana.
I just think it would be fascinating. The heat and the humidity.
What is wrong with
love
him?
it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind trying Alaska.
Your sister's in Hawaii.
My sister's in Hawaii. Hawaii wouldn't be bad. But I'm starting to gravitate towards warm weather when I have a choice. You know.
Because you're old.
Ooh. She's right.
Okay.
Or North Carolina sounds cool.
Yeah, lots of places.
Great. Awesome. Question from Chris. What bands do you like listening to?
Come on, Chris. You don't know the answer to that?
I think they know what you like. I can name your bands. Grateful Dead,
Yep.
Strange Folk,
Yeah.
Fish.
There you go. We're gonna run. What's your dad's band, Maggie?
Why are you asking me?
Because we're a team. He
I-
likes Harry Styles.
I do know a lot about Harry Styles right now.
His screen. We should put his screensaver up.
We will not.
Yeah, but you always have like
Maggie's wearing an Imagine Dragons shirt tonight, a concert shirt.
All right. This wasn't a question for me.
You guys grew up on Willie Nelson, though. You like country, like
I
your
like
dad liked
old
country,
old
right?
country. I listen to some Ween.
You get Ween, yeah.
Yeah, I like Ghost of Paul Revere.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But you always have like BLM and NPR and
Classic rock.
classic rock.
Classic rock. I'm a fan of classic rock.
I mean, look at him. Look, he looks classic.
Timeless is the word.
Timeless. He's a Renaissance man.
Okay. Last question from
You don't want to give a shout out to Harry Styles?
I do
Maggie?
not.
Oh wait, I'd like to shout out to
alright.
Harry from my niece. And
Moving on. Question from Thomas. Why are you sheathing with 1X? Wouldn't it be cheaper and better job than any kink of board sheathing? Did that make sense?
one inch
one
thick.
by material versus what?
Worse versus any other.
I think he's asking why we use red boards and we don't use sheets of plywood, which is a good question. You know, why do we use one by material as opposed to like sheets?
A lot of reasons.
A lot of good
A
reasons.
lot of practical reasons. A lot of economical reasons. You know, we're in a heavily forested state. We're surrounded by eastern white pine, hemlock. You know, it all gets milled down. There's plenty of lumber mills. It's readily available.
Inexpensive.
We can get different grades. And a lot of times you go into these camps and nothing is perfectly 16 on center. So to, use sheet goods, it would be really tough to make it line up, to find your nail pattern. All these camps were built with this material. It's all material that's native to Maine. It lasts.
And structurally, on a diagonal, it is stronger.
Yep. You get a lot of, you can definitely be more flexible with it, get creative with it. And you can take the scraps home and build
Burn 'em.
beautiful. Oh, this is the perfect one.
Oh, look at this product placement.
So this is a bat box based on Ashley's design when she went down to Chewonki, but it's from Eastern White Pine scraps. This one is actually one of your old to-do lists.
Oh, cool. I was thinking it'd be cool if we would have kept all those
Yeah.
at the end, you know?
So
That's awesome.
You know, it's got copper screening in there, so it's antimicrobial
Yeah.
for bats. And this bat symbol actually is a piece of the Chris Craft that I used for the
really?
boat bar.
Someone was trying to ask what the front of that was online.
I still have it, and I'm still pulling pieces off for that.
Not for sale.
But these are, you know, one by material, and I just torched it. So
That's
these are
so cool.
for sale on our website. But
Oh, you just torched that. It's not even. That looks really good.
yeah, it just seals it up naturally. But again, it's another use of the old scraps.
You can really use everything. And one of my biggest pet peeves is cutting chipboard or particle board or any sheet goods.
Yep, and you get into that, you know, if moisture gets into that, it just breaks down so quickly. Whereas pine, it just
It lasts.
It
It can dry
lasts.
out. And I must submit, lastly, is that I didn't agree. That was not my way. I was all like, let's get zip board, let's get a Vantec. You know, that's how I learned to build. And I was like, it didn't take me long to realize, like, yo, no one does it. It's the old school way. But, you know, if you need, you can go throw some in your truck. You can carry it by yourself. You don't kill yourself.
That's true. Putting it up too.
Right.
You know, it can be a one-man job. And yeah, there's so much of it around, and it just helps keep the budget down for us.
Yeah. Back to the old budget.
Okay.
Some great questions.
Yes.
And just in time for our next Hero Media video. Man, these videos have been really cool lately.
Who is it today?
We're going to do a generic one because we're not sure who it's going to be. So we're just going to talk about how great Hero Media is and how everyday heroes. You know, we've done some really cool ones. We've seen Danny Burns, some of the artists we've been with. But, you know, it's just a time we can really focus on, you know, artists and craftsmen from the state and show them in a different light.
You know, and it's a company that, you know, helps us with our website
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's great that they're able to feature local craftsmen and people just, you know, carrying on Maine traditions.
Yeah, really neat stuff. So check out this video, and please check out our website because they do some amazing things in there. The 3D tour is amazing and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, and we'll be back with Jedi.
Hello, everyone. Enjoy this clip by Hero Media Arts. It's about gelatin traders. I use them all the time. They're a cool antique home goods store. I can't say enough great things about them. Go to their Facebook page, like their page, go to their shop, check them out. They always have new inventory coming in. And yeah, enjoy the clip.
Things that we surround ourselves with need to have some sort of value to us. What's important to one is not important to the other. Everybody thinks they've got something of value, and a lot of people do. It's just not always what they think it is. People don't know what they have, and they keep the stuff they think is valuable when really what we want to do is go through the dumpster you just filled. Different people have different perspectives on their stuff. It's that person's story, and it's what's important to them. Sometimes people are really unburdened by getting rid of that stuff, even though the person sitting right next to them may be the person that wants to seek out their family history and have the tangible photo. People collect old town history. There's always somebody that wants those photographs from the fire department from 1910, and we do match up that one person with that one item. I can walk around somebody's house or a yard sale or an estate sale or an auction now and look at a piece of mid-century furniture and know that that's by Knoll, or that wrought iron tea cart is by Woodard. I can now tell silver and gold just by the feel of it. And it's an intangible that you really can't explain. It's kind of like you're paying your tuition for this type of education just by being involved in it day in and day out. And where there's a few like white spots. After you've looked at something enough, you've touched it enough, you've handled it enough, you've done research here and there, you've talked to different people, you end up being able to instinct your way to a lot of things. You remember the mistakes you made. I didn't check this, but sometimes you hit a home run and sometimes you strike out.
So we're coming to you from the Woodshed. Today we have Jedi with us.
What's up, Jedi?
What's up, guys? How are you?
And Susie.
And Susie.
Susie's the first dog. Oh, what a good girl.
Wow, she's hanging out.
She's right here.
Just lying down beside Jed.
I've seen pictures of Susie riding the tractor lately, working hard, having fun.
Yep. I thought she was just snowmobiling and sea-doing, but she likes working too.
She works too. Nice.
Yeah. So we always start out our conversations with water, coffee, or beer.
Depends on the time of the day.
Which would you like right now?
Oh, I'll take a beer.
All right.
Nice.
That's what we always hope people will ask.
What have you been up to, Jedi?
Just working out to the old farm a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting my father's place back into working order.
You want a glass? I'm going can.
I'll go nice cold can.
All right. I'm going glass.
Too sophisticated.
Oh, yeah, for good allagash?
So been working out there a bunch?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Ready to go back to cabins?
I am definitely ready.
It was a nice vacation. We needed it.
Yep. Good little break.
I think we all agree that going through the winter is just tough. It is tough. It makes the winter go so long.
Yeah, very long.
And the spring, that little break is nice. Like that one year when was it season 2 into 3, we didn't take a break. We went right to it. There's a little bit of a break, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's so easy to forget. We always need a break. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
A couple days here and there doesn't really suffice.
No, it doesn't.
And even having like the in the back of your mind, the film crew is going to be here in a couple weeks. It's like, all right, but just to stop,
Hard out.
yeah, and catch up on all the projects that have been building up. You've been working on getting your father's place, back.
That's 4 or 5 years of putting projects off.
Yeah, it's
that
just
haven't
slowly been
done.
growing in. And
Yeah.
same with us. And you got the Sea-Doo on the trailer.
I have been in the water. I got in last night.
Nice.
Tested it out for the weekend. Make sure it's not going to blow up on me.
I've seen boats out. I mean, it's just like that. People are out and ready to go.
Summer happened. It's here
Yeah, like it is here.
within days. Yep.
I mean, it snowed last Monday, or 2 Mondays ago, right?
2 Mondays ago.
Within 2 weeks ago, and that's 84.
And the black flies are out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been staying safe.
Always. Yep.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty easy out there on 100 acres out in the middle of nowhere.
Finding some good stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of old farm stuff. I mean, it was a nice working farm,
Yeah.
long before we went in there. So, yeah, there's all kinds of good treasures out there.
Yeah, and I didn't realize Jim from Maine X is your
Jim
neighbor.
Cone. Yeah.
Jim what?
Jim Cone.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Jimmy's awesome.
Yeah.
He is awesome. He and I we coach football together.
Oh, all right.
He used to babysit us when we were kids. And
He said you used to babysit his boys.
his kids. And, yeah.
Goes full circle.
Yep.
Yeah, some guy stopped by yesterday, was asking for you, and he has an original Maine Moose jersey he wants you to wear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny that the people, what's Jedi doing, playing hockey, hanging out? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No hockey.
No hockey. It's been brutal. I did splurge, and I did buy myself a new set of goalie gear.
Oh, nice.
First time in 7 years of playing goalie that I've ever had a matching set. So,
Man.
yeah.
What'd you do with the old set?
I still got them.
Recycle it, cross-cycle it, make something out of it?
Pass them down, maybe.
Yeah.
Thought about a couple of reclining chairs out of some old leg pads, but
Put your feet up right on them.
yeah, nice ottoman.
Any idea when hockey's going to open back up?
Rinks are starting to open up all over right now, kind of slowly, but here at Kennebec, it sounds like it'll be into July.
Yeah.
I think they took the time and they've got the ice right out of there, and so there's no ice right now.
So they're taking the time to like do some maintenance or just shut it down?
Yeah, maintenance, but definitely, there's no point in keeping the ice cold if there's
Is there a
no-
drain in an ice rink? I never thought about that.
Yeah, yep.
Wonder how thick is it? I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, 6, 8 inches thick.
Really?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I
Do you
mean,
think-
I don't know exactly. I've never made it.
Yeah. But I mean, in Maine, New England, Canada, hockey's a year-round sport.
I've played year round since I was 3
Yeah.
years old.
So
And you play at all times of the day, right? Because it's so hard to get ice time. So you'll have to show up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
before school, right? Some high
Yeah.
school teams are like midnight. And
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
hockey's a passion.
yeah, never was mine. Just skating.
I was not good at either of them. So
So what else? What else is going on?
Phew, just ready. Like I said, working on the farm, but yeah, ready to get back at these cabins. Being on the water, it's
Yeah.
working every day on the water is a bonus.
Yeah.
It's something that we always say we take stuff for granted, but on the water every day.
It's
working,
true. We
so-
are working in some beautiful spots. And most of the time, there's a nice lake breeze or pond breeze.
Mhm.
Keeps the black flies away.
yeah.
Not so much right now.
Yep.
This is the thick of them. We were working on, putting the windows in Wayne, and they're out there.
Yep.
Yeah, I found the black flies and the poison ivy already. So everything's back. Back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's so strange not, cranking on cabins yet, but
Yep.
we're hoping next couple weeks
Yeah.
get right back into it, get
Right.
everybody back together. You've been talking to the rest of the guys?
A little bit, kind of letting everybody have their time
yeah,
away,
yeah.
and
It's like we're off from summer college, college break, and we'll be back,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get right back into living, traveling, working, eating.
Yeah, seeing each other all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm excited for it sounded like it's going to be an abbreviated season, and we'll stay somewhat close to home, maybe 10 episodes I'm hearing,
Yeah.
and then,
Not
have to go away for the summer would be nice.
Yeah.
Spend some time on the lake and chill out.
Yeah, and again, work on our own projects, keep them going.
I'm pulling for one cool one where we go away for like 2 weeks, like the A-frame like we did last year. That was fun.
yeah, definitely get a project where it's we're in, we're out, and not there over an extended period of time.
Yeah, right. Have the materials lined up, ready to go. Just go in, stay there, bust it out, get all the filming we need.
We couldn't have done that 2 years ago, but I feel like now we can.
I think we
right?
could do
We could
that
do it.
very easily.
And I mean, we could go way up north. We
I
could
think
go
we got
way
one.
down east.
Yep.
Did you guys see online the other day that Tim Cotton guy?
Don't be promising anything on.
I didn't promise anything, but he...
That's pretty much.
No. All right. But he's got a cool one in Machias. Like,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Or even one like, Camille Bollier's.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
Well, I put in for a moose permit again this year, so maybe I'll get drawn, and maybe we could do one up there during the time we're on a moose hunt.
Yeah.
I've also thought of maybe throwing out some sort of raffle fundraiser for somebody to accompany me for the week.
Oh, that'd be fun.
If I
On
do
the moose
get-
hunt?
On the moose hunt. If I do get drawn and money raised, we can find somewhere to go with it.
So explain a little bit about the moose hunt. Well, actually, the moose lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Maine Moose Lottery, it's held every year. Not everybody can just go hunt a moose and shoot one. But so you put your drawings in. If you've put in X amount of years, you get bonus drawings.
If you haven't been
selected.
Oh,
Once
okay.
you get selected, you can't be selected for like 2 years, 3 years maybe.
Gotcha.
But those years you can still submit, and those become bonus drawings for when you are able to to get a permit.
And
But-
so the amount of moose permits given is based on inland fisheries.
Biologists.
Yeah,
counts and-
they're-
They say, okay, this year this many are going to be.
Yep, they
given
do
out.
a wonderful job at tracking all the wildlife and knowing what's out there and the proper amount of permits to
And you have to choose your region
Zone, yeah.
choose your zones.
or like give preference.
Preferences, your top 3 or 4, and then some spots on there you can check off. Just get me a moose permit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I don't care where
I'll
I have
take
to go.
Zones 1 through 27, anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you'll see him on Uncle Henry's, right? I'll trade you a zone 4 for a zone 16.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can trade your zone.
You can, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
But-
I didn't know that.
Maine residents get the first. They're the priority, correct? And then is some out-of-staters, or is it?
They have X amount of out-of-state permits
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they offer out as well that they factor it into the numbers. But it's really to me it's not about going up there and just shooting a moose. It's I got drawn after our first
Yeah.
go around there, and I spent a week with my father and a couple of guys that I love dearly, and it was just the whole week. I didn't shoot one. I didn't
Yeah.
come home with one. I probably could have been a little less selective, but it's just getting up there. We were in the Allagash for a
With your
week.
dad, a week. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And if you shoot one, you have to be prepared as well.
yeah. It's
Big time.
pretty easy to get a guided hunt, and almost be roadside and
Yeah.
shoot one fairly easily. But it's a process.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have coolers ready, ice ready, because it could be warm.
Yeah.
A way to get out of the woods, right? Like sleds
Yeah,
and pulleys,
yeah,
and
you've got to be
blocking
ready.
tackles, and
Yeah.
a couple $100 bills for the nearest skidder driver.
Yeah.
The biggest thing though is the weather, right? The weather's changed. Like Chase was saying, the early hunt can be too warm, kind of.
Yeah, I mean anything over 36 something degrees, blowflies will start festering within 15, 20 minutes, and half an hour of that, and your meat's tainted. So you want to be right ready. I mean, when we went up, we had a couple of freezers with us and generators, and
Yeah.
every freezer was full of blocks of ice, and
Yeah, you really have to prepare for it.
Yeah. I've kind of smartened up a little bit. I only choose, because it's broken down into week hunts over the course of the fall. So I choose the latter months. So hoping the grounds are frozen and snow's on the way. A little easier tracking when there's snow. And a lot easier processing the moose. But
Quite a Maine tradition, though. It's pretty cool. And that,
Well, it's a whole festival, isn't it?
when they do it, right? When they pull
the
them.
moose lottery,
Yeah.
it's a big.
Well,
big,
Jedi's famous for his moose call, right? Now you
Yeah.
should talk about that.
Yeah, something I just learned back in the day. My father and his buddies, tin can and a shoestring, and you've got a moose grunt.
It works perfectly, though.
Yeah,
It does. It does work.
Yeah.
That's the impressive part.
Yeah.
All right, so I have. We're gonna play a game.
I love games.
Pass that to Jed.
A game.
Ryan, this is yours. So we are playing Never Have I Ever.
Oh, Jesus.
Maine Cabin Masters edition. Do you want to read the questions, Maggie?
I can if you want me to.
All right, here, come grab my phone.
This could be embarrassing. I've done a lot of things.
All right.
We all have. All right. Yep, Maggie, you can read these.
He's
So-
smiling.
we have sounds because it's a podcast. Never have I ever. So how does it work? If I have never done this, you have to make the sound.
What's the first one?
1 inch.
Okay.
So that's my sound.
If you have or you haven't.
If you have done it,
Yeah, ring it,
Okay.
tell them.
yeah.
Now, based on that first question, do we multiple rings or
I'll be
tones?
playing a.
Right. Yeah, some of them will all ring in. Some of them, who knows?
Yep. Ryan might go into a space jam
Yeah.
on that thing.
Well, especially 1 inch. I 1 inch myself at least one today. Well, tell them what 1 inch is.
Well, no. Ask a question.
Okay.
Okay, never have I ever 1 inched myself.
So that means when you read a tape measure wrong by 1 inch.
Yes. You either
Right.
cut the board 1 inch short, or you leave it 1 inch long. I think what carpenter doesn't do that?
It happens.
All the time.
It
I know
All
one.
the time.
I know one who probably doesn't. I don't want to name any names.
So we're starting off on some easy ones.
But so they know it's better to 1 inch it in the plus
Yes,
side.
go over.
Plus side, for
You know,
sure.
they don't make board stretchers, so you
I
1
use-
inch yourself the other way, you're wasting
Oh,
material.
it's so embarrassing.
I always do it the other way though, because the way you look at your tape, you pull it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Or you-
Normally you can use it somewhere.
Or if the number's 63 and you cut it 53,
Yep,
36. 36.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bad.
Get in a
I've done-
hurry. That's,
Yep,
that's
that's
what
true.
happens when you get rushing.
All right,
Okay.
next one.
Never have I ever drawn a dirty picture on framing and covered it with siding.
The Bremen job.
Yeah, those knots sometimes
Yeah.
are just too perfect.
I'd say more notes. We leave more
Yeah.
friendly notes for the crew.
Yeah.
Man, that Bremen job, those old timers, they would play. They had a whole band there.
Oh yes, they got it. Yeah.
You knew when it was Friday afternoon.
All right.
Okay. Never have I ever cut the cord off a power tool.
I got a light one. I've nicked it. I don't know if I've ever cut the whole thing.
I've definitely cut that skill saw cord.
I've nicked.
You've never done that?
I've nicked a bunch. I don't know if I've cut it straight off.
Oh, yep.
I've seen it. I never have done it.
Nice.
Yep.
I definitely have done that.
Helps now that we've got the old DeWalt
Yeah,
flex
cord,
cord system.
cordless definitely
Cordless
helps.
everything.
Okay.
See, this is interesting.
Never have I ever demoed the wrong building.
Not a total building. Not a total building.
Please tell us more.
I mean, it was a roof. A section of roof that I definitely peeled off.
You didn't have to. That's
when-
pretty bad.
When it should not have been when they were talking about another area.
You made somebody's day.
Well, it's easy to justify. Oh, well, But
Obviously, the roof must have looked like it needed it, though.
Didn't a friend of ours do that with a chimney once?
Yeah.
Took down a wrong chimney.
Yep.
Really? Yikes. Yeah. Knock on wood.
Okay. Never have I ever broken a window while installing it.
I've broken them in transport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not it. Yeah, that's a hard one. Especially where we work. The roads are bumpy, and you got a million things in your truck, and we've got deadlines.
Yeah, or it's cold.
Yeah.
It happens.
Or windows too big for one person, sometimes two.
Yeah. Well, we've done what one was it where we did the reveal? we ended up putting plastic in the window because
Probably the A-frame.
Yeah.
that's what that's what it was.
Huge window that I took out.
Yes.
It made it. It made it 3/4 of the trip.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
That's a long trip.
Yep.
But you know, I mean, which isn't a big deal. But you know, for the reveal, just put plastic in, and we ordered a new sash and stuff. But
Yep.
it's still.
But the problem is you got to go back. You know, after you left town, that's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Punch lists when you're 2 hours away kind of stink.
Yep.
It's
But you know, you putting them back in, and you twist them the wrong way. Glass. Oh, it's so.
Glass doesn't flex.
temperamental.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
She's like, great.
Never have I ever gone to the bathroom while mic'd up.
Sorry, Peter.
Yeah, sorry, Pete. Our sound guy Pete. You know, hopefully he knows now. Just turn the volume down. But
My biggest fear is when I'm wearing the belt with the microphone, and that as soon as I sit in the outhouse or in the porta potty, that
You got to go in for it.
my microphone pack is going to fall out, and I'm going to have to kindly explain to Pete that
where it is.
where it is. Not that I'm going to get it, but where it is.
He would. He definitely would.
Yes,
Yeah.
he would. But he's smart. I mean, he's learned with you to
Oh, yeah.
wrap them in rubber gloves because.
I'm a sweater, just
This-
like now. Look
yeah.
back. I hate the heat.
So I guess if it did fall in, it would.
Didn't I
hopefully-
ruin one of them? Like, it was not cheap.
Yeah, with your sweat.
Yeah, Pete's biggest fear is being around water or moisture or.
And yet, you know, I think it was the Buccanet where one of the first ones we did. Ashley and I were whitewater canoeing. He just plopped his bag down in a contractor bag in the canoe. And it was like, you know, I mean, that's a lot of money
Yeah.
in equipment.
Remember you used to make me wear the belly belt? And that thing would make me sweat so bad. I would be drenched and I couldn't bend over. I mean, it took me a season to talk him out of that. Now I get to put it in my pocket. It's way better.
I still prefer the belt.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
rock-
wear the belts?
Rock the belly belt. I got too much stuff in my pockets
It's true.
for a
It's
microphone.
true. And the cord, it tucks it right away.
I just need him to get the microphone itself into my beard.
Oh, right.
A little wireless.
Yeah, a sunglass mic or like necklace
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah.
All right. Never have I ever hammered a screw.
In frustration.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, half the time you don't know what you're looking at, you know, and it's dark. And
Yeah. You got to put a screw in.
I've never screwed a hammer, though.
No.
Okay. Never have I ever Tindered from a job site.
Tindered. Made a
Tindered,
fire?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what she means.
They're not mine.
Started a fire on a job site?
Oh,
Never.
yeah. Never.
Never. I've started burn barrels. I've watched them burn.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was Brad.
Oh, poor Brad.
Yeah, we won't throw
I've
him.
started a couple
Yeah.
fires
I have never started a fire on the job site.
on an
Yeah,
island in
yeah.
Cobbessy.
Thankful for the Manchester Fire
God.
Department and the rescue boat.
Yeah.
All right. Dad, I have a question. What's a tick-tick?
TikTok.
TikTok.
Right, that's not how you spell that. Okay. Then never have I ever made a TikTok.
I never have.
I've never made a TikTok.
I made one. Ash and I made a good one.
That was not good.
I'm like behind her and there's fire. And
It was not good.
it was
but-
fabulous. Come on.
I've definitely watched some
I
TikTok
think
videos.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've watched some.
Well, Jedi Chase and I should make one then.
I wouldn't know how.
Please
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
All right, last one. Never have I ever made an Ashley Broom joke.
Oh, God. If the broom fits, wear it.
If the broom fits,
She
wear
might
it.
have brought that on herself early on.
Yep.
I don't recall the initial.
It was the Elliott camp out on Bell Island when we had the zip line. I think she was the one who suggested doing the zip line with a broom.
Yeah. I think the joke was started way before then, though.
Oh no! Oh, absolutely.
But in all seriousness, she goes along with it, and she has fun.
Oh, she does.
If it hurt her feelings, we would stop.
Yeah. It's funny, and she's got a good.
But I get a lot of slack online for picking on her and all this stuff, and like, she knows she gives it back, and like you don't see everything, and like you don't see the whole. That's a hard thing. You know, they only show certain things on TV. So
People
Right.
gotta realize that not all witches are wicked.
yeah,
You know,
That's right.
they all ride brooms. Some
Yeah.
are wicked, some are not.
That's right.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Excellent.
Great.
That's all the questions.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah. Wow. The bell didn't get much ringing.
I thought we'd be playing on harmonic symphony.
Right. Jamming out. You want to roll right into some fan questions for Jedi?
Sure. 1 second.
Can I stand up real quick and readjust?
Sure.
Oh, thanks. You gotta bring a bandana in.
Get the shiny new black bear ones in there.
Oh, yeah. Wipe my brow.
Oh, yeah. Black bear.
That's good about a hat. You sweat. You can't. I couldn't see it. My head's too fat for it.
You need a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sweatband.
I do need one.
Yeah, you do.
And my wristbands. All right, I'm ready.
All right. I have some questions for everybody. A question from Jeff. The beard is epic. When was the last time you saw your chin?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I know the date. It's been probably about 7 years or so.
Holy
Wow.
Yeah, I was clean shaven just before my mother's funeral, and that's the last I've cut my hair or my beard. I've kept it trimmed. I trim it myself.
Sure.
And no significance from that, but that's how I know the last time I've been clean shaven. So
How long would it be if you didn't trim it, I bet?
Wow, yeah. I don't know,
mean,
yeah.
ZZ Top
Yeah,
would have a run for
straight-
their money.
yeah.
I take a couple inches every month or so.
Yeah, because it gets big.
Yeah.
And all the bakers.
Yeah,
Could use his own broom.
Yeah, I'm the runt of the family when it comes to growing beards, so
Sammy's grows like an inch a day, doesn't it?
it's pretty wild.
Great. Question from Carlton. Who was or is your favorite hockey goalie?
Ooh, Andy Moog. There's a whole list of them. I get so many that I've idolized.
Now,
but,
who's Andy Moog? Who'd he play for?
the Bruins. Andy Moog, Reggie Lemlin, they were a duo back in the 80s when I first started.
Really?
Well, late 80s. And Patrick Waugh, Marty Brodeur, Ty Conklin, one of my all-time favorites, Ty Conklin. But no, I love anybody that plays a position. Anybody, I respect anybody that's willing to do it. And
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going to go on with the Bruins? I mean, they had the most points. If it ends, we win the Stanley Cup, right?
That's, I think, in the rule book, but I think there's a talk of like a X amount of teams, just a big playoff,
Just a
quick playoff form of a bracket, but
no fans.
No fans, more than likely.
There's no way in hell a hockey player would take that trophy without earning it.
Yeah,
That's
no
hockey.
way.
Like, nope, you can take that damn thing.
you
I'm going to
wouldn't.
earn that.
Well, just because the season ended, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably end up in Boston because they did. They had the most points when the season came to a halt. And
Interesting.
We're missing the best thing in sports, really. Playoff hockey might be the best. It's just unbelievable.
I'm dying. I'm dying without
bet.
any hockey. I look at all my memories that keep popping up, and they're all
Yeah.
Bruins posts from the past since Facebook
Yeah.
started. And this
Oh,
time of
smokes.
year, it's playoff hockey. It's one of the best times of the year.
We're going to look back and be like, can you guys believe that happened? Like, we're living it now, but we're going to look back and be like, that was weird. I can't believe we survived.
Already saying it.
Yeah. Yep. Not just the magnitude of it, but how odd it really is, and how everybody's so divided. It's not like it was a World War or a real
Right.
Great Depression where it was one way or the other. It's just
Yeah.
everybody's kind of divided from it. And
And you step outside, on a day like today, and it's like, man, it's beautiful.
yeah,
It's easy to.
I'm gonna look back and say, man, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
weird.
Yep.
It was good, bad, or indifferent. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Okay. Question from Linda. What has been your favorite cabin to work on?
Ooh,
That's a tough question,
that
isn't it?
is what,
There's a lot of 'em.
55 or 60?
Over 60.
Over 60 cabins. I do not have a specific one. I mean, that A-frame was awesome.
That
Going
one was
up there
awesome.
was awesome.
Like you could, your favorite island. There's easy ways to pick certain favorites, but to say an overall favorite, there's
yeah.
been so many of them. They're all so unique.
Yeah, I mean, none of them really stand out from the other because they were all
Yeah.
unique and kind of, I guess, special to me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
assuming
sure.
special to all of us, but
Well, then when there's a round, like you're focused on one, or I might be on a different one.
Yep.
I mean, some camps I only worked a minimal on.
Right.
You know,
right,
in some
right,
camps you only worked a minimal on, so you get some you like, but there's some I didn't work on. I'm like, wow, that was awesome, like what the guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick.
We're proud of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say, any of those on Cobbessy.
Oh, yeah.
Belle Island, Cube Island. When I'm able to take the Sea-Doo or the party barge to work every day, that's...
Yeah. Yeah, there was some fun there, wasn't it?
That was, yeah.
Jedi would show up with that thing. All right, it's not like when you go, what's your favorite fish show? The next one.
The next one.
My favorite cabin's the next one.
All right. Question from Laura. Where did the nickname Jedi come from?
I was born
Star Wars,
Jared.
Laura.
Yep. It's born Jared with the nickname Jed. The day I was born, my father started calling me Jed. And then in 77, 78, Star Wars was coming around. 81, Return of the Jedi came out, and I don't know if it was based on things I was doing at the time or my family just started calling me Jedi.
Even your grandmother, right?
My grandmother, yeah. It's been a tough name to live up to, but
No, come on. Yeah, you never hear. I had to very rarely do you hear someone say Jared.
yeah.
It's
So
true.
Jedi.
Yeah, and I saw somebody comment on it, like Dixie. If you watch some of the episodes, Dixie always says Jared.
Yeah, he's a little proper.
Yep. But yeah, it's either Baker or Jedi.
Yeah.
What's Ashley call you? Jeremiah.
Jedediah Obadiah Nehemiah Springfield, the founder of Springfield.
Yeah.
From The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's
Jeremiah. He says like 90 miles a minute.
90 miles a minute, and every one of them's, I think, just a little off. A few syllables, a few letters. Jebediah, Obadiah, Nehemiah.
It gets more interesting as the night gets longer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
That honor of yours.
Sure. Question from Corinne. Where did you learn your construction skills?
Growing up on a farm, learned somewhat what to do and what not to do. Out there, you got to fix something yourself, and I've always watched my father fix things with a chainsaw and a sledgehammer. So, over the years, I've just chose to take different jobs and do different things to kind of hone in those skills, and not necessarily just do it with a chainsaw and a sledgehammer.
Dad,
so.
there's a better way to do this.
Yep,
I
yep.
swear, I promise.
And you used what you had. You had to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yep,
for
that,
sure.
and like tree houses and cabins, and just been swinging a hammer since we were kids.
Yeah.
Little kids just building anything.
Headed out into the woods.
Yeah. Built some pretty elaborate tree houses.
Cool.
Bike
Question
jumps.
from Aaron. What did you do before working for Maine Cabin Masters?
You got a few hours? Yeah, I've done all kinds of jobs. After high school, I went to community college just for a couple of years, but I was a football coach. I was a hockey coach. Been a logger, been a roofer, been a grocery store clerk, been a butcher.
You were in Colorado for a while.
Was in Colorado, helped open and run a couple ski shops out there, ski and snowboard instructing. I've done some bartending. I've looked at all my jobs as my schooling.
Like a true Jedi master.
Yeah, I learned a little of everything. I worked on a race team
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
for about
You
4
traveled around the East Coast on a race team.
Yeah, anywhere from northern
Johnny
Canada.
Clark racing.
Johnny Clark, the past Pro All-Star Series.
You get
like,
some good stories.
that was fun. I mean, riding in a semi truck with a full car shop, 2 cars, and racetrack to racetrack every weekend. It was pretty wild.
How'd you get into that?
Johnny, the driver of the car, and his father, the owner of the team. I'd played hockey with Johnny. Just a friend of mine from growing up, and he was really big into the race scene. And one day I was like, "Yeah, you need any help? Need a hand? Need any help?" And it just progressed into being a jackman on a pit crew.
All right. Question from Jessica. What do you like to do in your spare time?
That's another long list. That's I love and enjoy so much stuff, and the people that do certain things. I play, some ball golf. I play a lot of frisbee golf. Always on the lake. Yeah, always out socializing, working.
Cornhole.
Yeah, the list is endless. If it's something to keep me busy, I'm up for it.
Usually outside though. A lot of outside stuff.
Outdoors. The only time you'll find me inside would be on a rainy night, and that'd be playing some cards of sorts.
Yeah. Or a hockey rink.
Or a rink.
And Jedi is a fabulous gambler. I mean, your gambling skills, like, we don't go to casinos a lot, but we play cards, and, like, you always win. You've always won. Like, you should try to be a professional poker player someday.
I don't know if do
you feel like your luck would run out? Because you seriously impresses me how good you are. You always win.
It's pretty wild, and I grew up playing cards. I learned cribbage before I learned go fish. And my father always, it was blood cribbage. There was
those points of mine.
Right. Yeah. If any points I missed, he was taking. Yeah. Or when we were playing poker, he would gladly take my stack of pennies.
Right.
And let me know that what I had done wasn't right for the poker table. So, I don't know. I just have fun with it. Yep. Sometimes too much fun, but I'll sit down and sometimes I'll bet on a bird on a wire if it means.
I remember one time, like, you were good friends with my brother, and like your brother and my brother were good friends, but I'd come home from college, you had a job where you would drive these guys around. They bought a limo, right? They bought an old limo. I was their driver for like a couple summers, right?
Yeah,
couple summers
in high school.
Yeah.
Like in high school, once I got my license,
I didn't realize it was a couple summers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I made some decent money, good money before I was 21. Like, I would drive them to the bars and to down to Booth Bay or down to Portland for the night, and it was back when the bag phones were out.
Yeah.
So I was 17 years old. I had a pocket full of cash, a vehicle to drive, and a bag phone. And when they were ready to go bar hopping, they'd call me up, and it was those are some awesome guys. Great friends of the family, but they always had a lot of fun and.
You 17-year-old Jedi driving a limo around.
I can.
So awesome.
We went to a ZZ Top concert I drove the Winnebago. There was a Winnebago full of people, and they were having fun. It was late '90s, whatever.
ZZ Top, how can you not?
ZZ Top having fun, and they're but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a long story there. I won't get into, but. Yeah,
lots of stories.
Well, yeah, could go on.
That needs to be a T-shirt.
Jedi
the limo.
It's okay. I'm a limo driver.
All right, that is it for questions today.
Fantastic.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got some good answers out of those. Nice. Well, Jed, thanks for stopping by the Woodshed.
Yeah, good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, no, congrats.
Even with the heat.
Unfortunately, going to see us a lot more coming up.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready, and congrats on the old Woodshed, and
having fun.
Hope it stays full of split firewood. I know that's hard to keep up on.
You've been doing firewood?
Oh, nonstop. My father burns firewood out to the place, and
is that all?
That's all he burns.
Is it really?
Yep. So it's
never ending.
It's never ending. I've spent the last 2 weeks of my vacation prepping for the winter.
And the amount of labor.
Yeah. It heats you 3 times.
You can't think about that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it was fine back when you lived at your home and you farmed and you got everything from your land. But now you got a full-time job and then you still got to do 10 cords.
And my brother's out there. My father and my brother, they're out there keeping up on it.
Oh yeah.
It is there's a big plot of land out there, and there's firewood for days. So. Just elbow grease.
Lots of elbow grease. Sweet.
But cool.
Thanks, Jed.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, Jedi. Bye, Susie.
Thanks. Susie, ready?
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Learn some more about Jedi.
I know, right? It's endless.
Yeah.
Just get Jedi telling some stories. Learn a little bit more.
Jedi's got some good stories, too.
He does.
He's lived a good, full life already.
Yeah.
All over the place. Having fun.
That's the way to do it, and that's what we all say, if you're not having fun, why do it?
Well, yeah, I can look back at this break and be happy that it happened, spending time with people, with family, more time.
Yeah.
Life's busy, especially being on TV. Life is busy.
Life is busy for, but like I say, when you get doing cabins, you've got your head down, you're trying to get next cabin. It's like we've had a chance to kind of pick our heads up, look around, say, oh, right.
Take a good breath.
Yeah. I do need to fix that roof.
Yeah.
I do need to finish that family room.
Yeah, you run out of time.
Yeah.
We should just go out there one day and just bust it.
No. It's coming along nicely.
Maggie?
It's very slow.
All right, I'll come out and help.
We got half the ceiling done. We bought the flooring.
Yeah.
What'd you get for flooring?
Pine.
Nice, new Northeastern
Yep.
white pine.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, everybody, for joining us from the Woodshed again.
From the hot Woodshed today.
From the hot Woodshed.
Yeah. We can't thank you guys enough. I mean, it's just been amazing how much people like it and how it's taken off.
Yeah, and those questions from the fans were awesome. I think they great questions for Jedi.
Keep sending in questions.
Keep commenting on our YouTube page.
Tell us what we're doing right,
Like,
what we're doing
subscribe,
wrong.
click the bell.
I mean, we didn't even know anything about a bell when we started this, so we're making progress.
Yeah. Follow us on Kennebec Cabin Company.
Maine Cabin Masters.
Facebook, Instagram.
Snapbook, Chatbook.
Don't say that.
TikTok.
But yeah, and take some time to check out some of these other websites, like Nelma.org did some cool stuff, whitepine.org and sprucepinefir.org, and it's going to help you realize how we save money so much.
Yeah. How we're able to do what we do.
For so little.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week from the Woodshed.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Maggie.
Sure.
Love you, Maggie.
Sure.
Favorite niece today.